All right, now YouTube's happy. Look at that. I actually need to go get something because I'm working on level 9, and in order to do that, I need my notebook. So I'll be right back. Let me make sure. All right. Yeah, level 9's complicated. So working without my little guidebook makes it a bit challenging. Just this around. Right here. And how could I forget the primary location for showing dates? All right. Cool. So, what you're seeing right now is not level 9, but it is a working against him that's not as broken as he once was. The pillars used to fly straight through the walls, which honestly created a cool effect, but ended up creating bugs. So it is a little cleaner, but that is not tonight's focus. That was just something I recalled encountering during my testing. So I don't know where I was the last time I streamed, but basically I think I have the majority of level 9's base layout established. I'm not going to use the word done because that is not correct. As you can see, there's still screens that need to be built, but going off of what I have here as a reference, this is the okay. This is also kind of for me because I haven't worked on this now in a couple weeks, maybe a week. I don't know. It feels like it's been a long time, but it could have just been a week. So for those unaware, my level 9 is actually like a proper castle with proper wings and rooms, and they all interconnect in a particular way. So what we're looking at here is the dungeon, which is done. I'm calling that done. And then what we have over here is the barracks, which I would actually call done. Yes, I would call this done. And then here we have the armory, which I would also call this done. There's a lot of empty screens, but that's fine. I actually like having empty screens because it gives me freedom for when I actually flesh stuff out. So for those who play Demo 6, you will find a fair bit of emptiness, most likely, because I probably won't. I don't know if I'll fully establish everything for Demo 6, but for sure for version 1 or 2. Probably version 1, actually. So anyway, we're looking at the armory. The armory is done. So then we have the Undercroft, which is this one. This actually was like one of the... This might have been the second area I finished after the dungeon. So that's done. And then we move on to the big maps. So now we have the chapel. We actually need to zoom out one more. Yeah, if you didn't think level 9 was big. Yeah. So chapel is done. And this... I did actually establish that that goes to the northwest gate. Okay. I plan on starting with the gates tonight, most likely. Okay. And these two maps actually kind of mesh kind of nicely because where these connect right here, they actually do right here, they actually do connect. The chapel connects to the Great Hall. This is the Great Hall. Yeah, so chapel, as you can see, looks pretty good. The screens look established, so yeah, I would say chapel's done. And then over here at the Great Hall, yeah, Great Hall looks good to me. So in this map, we have the final large map, which is the chapel, or library, my bad. This is the library. That was actually established fairly early on in the process as well. Hey, Sephiroth. You know, it's funny you say that about a fast travel system. There isn't a fast travel system. However, there are going to be ample shortcuts. Plenty of shortcuts. It's assuming you actually activate said shortcuts, which is actually going to be the main focus of tonight, is creating those shortcuts. It shouldn't ever be too hard to get. Like, they should kind of act like checkpoints for you. That's what I'm working on tonight. So this screen looks a little strange, but this is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 D maps, 8 separate areas. So this shape up here, which actually I need to update my sketches. So this screen, all 4 of these screens, 4 of these screens, 4 of these screens, 4 of these screens, each of these are gatehouses, which are actually reflected on my overworld. If you look at this castle, obviously you got the main keep, but then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 smaller structures. These 4 correlate with the 4 corners of this. They're going to be very simple, not complex at all. Like I set each of them as regions. It's probably going to be a kill all enemies, move on. Congratulations, you have a shortcut. So these shouldn't be long to build. And then this line in the center is actually 1, 2, 3, 4 maps. Each of them is a 2 by... Apparently in my sketch I said 2 by 8, but I'm actually going to do a 2 by 2. So like this is 1, this is 1, this is 1, and this is 1. And they're just, those correlate to the towers here. Because here you have 3 towers. So West Watch Tower, East Watch Tower, and then the Spire. The Spire is going to have 2 floors. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So, what did I say was the northwest? Okay, that was the northwest. It is intuitive. Okay, I did do this intuitively. Yeah, so this screen here, which I didn't actually establish it yet. It would appear this screen is going to connect. Okay, so let's use this screen for instance. This will actually connect to the northeast watchtower. So we need to go all the way down to the 100. So northeast gate. I said watchtower, but I meant gate. So that goes there. So then I can also establish this as, or have this connect to the right thing. This goes to the library, this screen. So now if I zoom in, you can see in the bottom left, it actually goes to the right place. Okay. Much like how this one, scrolling to the right here. So that connects to the opposite side of the library, which is the, I gotta find the page. That connects to the library, or not, the opposite of library, which is the chapel. So this guy connects to the chapel. Chapel and, oh, it's already 0, so go figure. So now let's go to the chapel and just actually set these up. I might have actually, yeah, I did. Northwest gate. So yeah, that goes to the right place. And then bottom left here, I actually don't have it. Huh, it just occurred to me. I don't have these actually set up yet. Like, the maps don't actually support this. Because it'll still connect to the chapel. Now I need to make sure that these maps actually make sense for that. Because, like, if you're at this point here, I don't actually know what that grants you yet. I can always figure that out and change it later. Dang, yeah, that's going to have to change. And we need to do something that makes sense there. Okay. Oh, well, I did forget. The gatehouses do have more of a purpose than just simple, oh, also I messed this up. They do more than just simply, give you shortcuts. You actually have to hit, I think I said it to where you have to hit triggers within them. I never actually made a note about that, it would appear. That's fine, because that's in my head, and that's what I want to do. Yeah, so, okay. So what's going to have to change is similar to how this kind of pokes out to the top left corner. This is going to have to poke out to the bottom left corner, which is only going to be like 2 screens. That won't be too challenging to enhance here. So let's just go ahead and start doing it. First of all, this takes a little bit more than just creating the screens. I need to, oh, it's LV9. Okay, so here's Chapel. So Chapel's gonna get a couple of screens here. There's the library. There you go. Yeah, so you can see each of the maps here. Yeah. Just get these established. Okay. Now how they actually connect is what I'm gonna have to figure out here. What I might do instead of this, let's give this screen more purpose. And how about this is the screen? Oh, but yeah, so about this being a really large dungeon. This is my level 9. It is going to be a big dungeon. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's just how it is. I want a big level 9. And I actually do want to keep the same kind of style for each of these, like, entering gatehouse screens. because I think it looks cool. But in fact, this one will actually get flipped. Also, this is this. This is this. Okay, so it gets flipped. So that means this is going to be like that. And then we have 2 spaces away. And it's one. It would appear my little screenshot I took was not clear to me how this should be. Holy crap, that got a lot bigger. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then one additional one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we do something like this. And then we might as well do some of that. Ooh. I think quite simply you went too far, Y1. Yeah. That looks good. Okay. So now we need to connect these. Simple enough. So this will go to the southwest. Luckily, I did this in such a way that I can just simply look at what it looks like and know. Yeah. Then I could go to the southwest. Why not take the connection screen and flip it to hang on. So this will be shoot. Which one was I looking at? You are the chapel. So you need to go to the chapel. Yeah. Somewhere around here. Chapel, bottom left. Go. So why not take the connection screen and flip it to which one are you referring to? Oh shoot. Connection string screen. Are you saying like on the gatehouse side? Like these screens? I'm not sure what are you referring to as the connection screen. Back towards the top, the screen to the right of the one you flipped. So you're so screen to the. Oh, this? Oh. Why not do that? That is a good question. Is it basically connecting in the same manner? Oh, it could connect in the same manner. Huh. I think that would also be kind of neat. Have a nice little dose of uniformity with each of these gatehouse connections. So let's take a little screenshot of that. Yeah, I like that idea. Instead of me just kind of throwing something together, I'm already establishing a consistency. Might as well play into it. All right, let's. Oh shoot! Well, I got rid of a little too much. Okay, so how are we doing this? So luckily for me, I'm in paint and I could just flip vertically. Whoa. Why did flip vertically do that? That was strange. You gotta love paint. That's what flip vertically does? What the heck? Okay. That was a bit odd. Um what I'm referring to is it like actually flipped the whole. Oh, well, it makes sense. It's flipping the whole thing. Yeah, I'm just being dumb. Yeah, see, it was moving it down, which was confusing me, but I'm just dumb. Okay, so this is going to be this, and then 2 corners, and then 3. Still 2, and then 2 spaces, and then that, and then that. Nice. I like that. Ooh, that actually looks really cool. Yeah, I like that. All right, so now we have a trend here, a consistency. Um, the only problem is now the screen has a little more going on. But does it need to have more going on? This one can easily have the same thing going on. Um, I'll just take a screenshot of both of these screens together. Eagles. I like how you did the also hi, assuming you already said something before saying hi. I mean, oh, that's what this route is. Um, this route actually doesn't even connect anything quite yet. Um, I mean, honestly, it could sort of. It could be a shortcut from the other side. Once you get the long shot, you come through here. The thing is, it's worth noting, I'm not like married to many of these screens. They're kind of just what I thought would work out. Um, I did, but it got lost. Oh, all right. Well, fair enough. Um, so I'm not opposed to just straight up changing screens to work for what I want. So we're gonna flip vertically and horizontally, since this is actually kind of the. This isn't in. Why did I put those on the bottom? Those little wall blocks. Oh, because they are supposed to be like that. Okay, so this was only supposed to be a flip. Flip horizontally. There we go. That makes sense. So this is mostly correct, except for this part. Let's just get rid of those. Okay. That's 3 spaces. Convenient. Got one of you here. Seems to be censoring you. I mean, I'm not seeing like an attempt of message coming through, so I'm not sure. Usually, if Unless YouTube is just I mean, YouTube's YouTube, so I mean, it could just be YouTube being YouTube. And there's no helping that. YouTube will always be YouTube, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. So, you know. We're talking about your demo. Oh. Oh, this kind of messes with the screen, and I did kind of like this layout. Oh, well. Like I said, I'm not married to any of these screens, per se. I just thought that one looked kind of neat. So it's a bit of a shame, but the heck. Interesting. My UPS clicked, which means that it at least briefly was getting no wall power. It doesn't seem like the power's out. Much of my office is backed up by UPS, so power could almost go completely out and I might not know. It's out now? No, okay. Good to know, good to know. Yeah, the screen looked neat. But you know what? I think I can make this kind of work in a way that I still get to have a screen that looks like this. Ooh, well, to keep that consistent, it really wouldn't be feasible because it would have to basically break here. I mean, it could just be that. I mean, shoot, does what it needs to do. Cool. All right. Cool. So it actually works out that this screen has to connect to this screen because that's kind of what I was like. This is gonna be an item room, so that's kind of where my head was going anyway. This one we need to completely build from scratch because it didn't exist. So now I have to flip vertically. Okay. So this is where you are 2 from the bottom all the way across. You are here, and then I think it's 4. Yeah, it's 4 each. 2, 3, 4. I don't know why I didn't just do it like this. But you could copy pasta the screen with the square sections from the other map. Oh, it is symmetrical, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. It is symmetrical. Aha. That did save me some time. Uh, you, however, would have to get mirrored, so it wouldn't work with you. Works with this, not with the other one. That was a good idea. I did not think to do that. I'm used to just manually building. I probably manually build more than I should. Um, just in the interest of efficiency and trying to be faster. You know, the whole work smarter, not harder thing. But I don't know. I didn't know all the keyboard shortcuts when I started doing dev. Obviously, I obviously wouldn't have just somehow known about them. So as a result, I got used to working like that, and where I am very like attached to the shortcuts. I'm now attached to the shortcuts. So if there's a better way to do things, I may not notice it right away. Set in my ways after 6 years of this. Um, there we go. Cool. Cool. That was a really good idea. I like the idea that they are all uniform. Yeah, that looks cool. That looks really good. Okay. So honestly, then these gate tower or these gatehouses, which this is the northwest gatehouse, um, they can all be fairly uniform as well. Now we got to get the creativity out. Oh, I thought these were on layer 0. I was about to be upset. You are on 0. Oh my god, so stupid. All right. So, what do we want for these entrances? I kind of like the idea of them being somewhat cramped. Frankly, I'd like the whole thing to be somewhat cramped. So kind of establishing a feeling of crampedness here. Um, they're not going to be like packed with enemies and tons of other stuff anyway. It's simply a shortcut. So I think if we did something like, honestly, this could just be a hallway. That could just be a hallway. And so each of these has an entrance and an exit. The entrance from the dungeon, the castle, obviously, is going to have these switches. But should they be here? I actually think it should be on the other side. Because then that gives me a scenario where I could do something cool. Oh, also, these gatehouses have 2 entrances. These have 1. Because you can enter it from the outside. So the southwest and southeast are going to be slightly different, but I think that's fine. It would be kind of cool if this was not here. You know? Yeah. If that wasn't there. So like you're only like you've beaten level 3, you're looking for level 4, you enter this random thing here that from your perspective you've seen nothing. Like you have seen the tops of these spires, these towers, so you know something big is there. And then you're coming down here and you see this, you're like, oh, this looks interesting. And then you don't know it, but you're looking in level 9, which is like 15 hours of gameplay later, something like that. So I think that would be kind of cool. So I think I'm gonna move this stuff here, the actual like you could think of it as like the controls, like unlocking the gates, down to this. Um, Honestly, I could simplify it then. How do I want to do it though? Ooh, I've got it. Um, let's have like I'm not actually looking up what a proper medieval castle gatehouse looks like. Um, but if I did something like almost kind of like a airport security room, sort of like you need to pass through here to go in, so to speak. Um, Something to that sort of effect, if that makes any kind of sense. So like I have my gates here. So like this, man, that looks a little zoomed out. It looks the tiles look a little odd. I don't think we need 2 switches for this. I'm just gonna do the 1, which means I then don't need this one. Let me make sure. Um, Let me just make sure that this actually looks how it should. Close paint, please. Thank you. Yoink. Looks good. Oh, but I should have just left it open. But yeah, like this is cool. Like Castle and Tyrannus F2 West Tower. Like that looks that's cool. Like you have no idea that that's level 9. Now I do need to figure out. Oh no, this is the northwest gate. I don't need to figure that out yet. We're working on this gate. Because then also to that point, I don't need these. Yeah, like this is all just going to be wide open, which is awesome. I think that's going to be cool for a blind player who has no idea. They're only okay. There's no cat under my chair. I can move it. They have no idea what's going on, and then they come across this like 5 hours into the game, 4 hours. Yeah, I think that's cool. Okay, so now this is, let's actually look it up. Let's look it up together. Castle Gatehouse. What do we got? What do they look like? So yeah, they're a bit small. In fact, yeah, generally they are just a wall. What if I just look up interior? So it's just well, I don't know if I trust that. Here we go. I was trying to actually like. This is what I wanted. Okay. So there's a guard room with a spire, with a tower. Murder holes. Interesting. I mean, I'm not going that complex. I think just a simple room might be sufficient, which is kind of the way I'm already going as it is. Shoot, actually, hang on. So there's a guard room. Portcullis. Maybe I will keep this to some degree, because what I could do is I could have like. Hey, Adreet. Welcome. I can make a sort of offshoot room. This would be like your guard room, which appears to be like a relaxation, I'm guessing. A room that's like for the guards to perhaps have their meals and whatnot while they're on guard. So like this can kind of just branch off, be a small room. There doesn't need to be like I already do this in my quest where I have lore rooms where it's a room that just has information about lore. Like it doesn't need to have like a super special purpose. It could just be a lore room. I do want it to be centered. I think this is about centered, right? I think that's centered. My hand is also apparently not steady tonight, which is not great. I was just editing Link's Rise 2, and I processed all the videos, and my hand was perfectly steady there. I don't know why it's struggle busting right now. So that'll be my guard room. I could do murder holes. Just make them be pits. Just place some pits around. Those will be my murder holes. This isn't what I was originally planning on for the guardhouses. That's why I made this a region, but I might still keep it a region just because that's interesting. So I can also design this accounting for the fact that it's a region. I could do something like something like there, and that's fairly uniform, yeah. I also have the image of Helm's Deep in my head from the Two Towers. The room where Aragorn and Theoden had their conversation when they were shoring up the gate. How it really was like just kind of this kind of hallway. If you imagine this is the gate where the orcs were coming in, that is kind, and that was kind of a gatehouse, right? Yeah, that was a gatehouse. Yeah, because it was like a external tower that connected to the interior keep, internal keep, or the keep, I guess. So I'd say that's a valid comparison. I think this looks pretty good. It's simple, not too busy, does what it needs to do. I can get rid of these. Yeah, I was gonna say I thought I put flags here. Oops. I tried to clean up my flags and like the combos too. There weren't any in that case because I'm just removing combos. The issue I was having with triggers and regions has been fixed, so I need to reestablish mine. Ah, well, in this scenario, that's actually not a problem because in the one of two screens that isn't in the region is where the trigger is. I'm also on the latest. I literally updated this right like an hour before I started streaming this, so I'm very up to date. Okay. So let's take me a screenshot because we are going to replicate this. Yeah, we're going to replicate this 3 more times. We're going to start with the top right. Oh, did I even finish these? Okay, so your setup. Your setup. But now these definitely are not set up. So this would be planes 13. No idea what the D map is. Planes 13. Okay. It's not planes 13. Okay. This is planes. Whoops. Don't start flying. It's crazy to me that level 1's D map's below the plane. That's crazy to me. Anyway, so I don't know. It was 13, 17. Apparently, it's 4 screens off. You're not actually a tile warp though. You're a side warp who uses an opening wipe. So that was a side warp. You get oh. Uh-oh. Do I have a B for this? I mean, okay. Not being very clean, but doing what I need to do. Let's get my... I already did that. All right. This is easy. You just go to the northeast gate, bottom. Okay. So, this screen. Well, I need a wall to start off with. All right. So, that is symmetrical, yes. 6 and 6. All right. And it's just that. Okay. So this is the back wall that just goes straight up. And then you go up a little bit, like I'd say to there, right? 2 wall segments? Yeah, I'd say so. And then you indent by 2 full segments. You go up by 4 segments. Only man, but I'm using your hybrid for my project. I'm not too familiar with that. I'm assuming based on that it's a real doozy. Also, this is 3, not 4. 3 on bottom, 2 on top. Is that a real doozy tile set? I mean, I know of Dreams. Was it Dreams of Remembrance? Something like that. I need my upside down gates. Okay. I can basically duplicate I can basically duplicate this. Actually, I can duplicate that. I can basically duplicate this. The only difference is it gets flipped. So here we do well, now I forgot what the other side looks like. So it looks like 1 unit higher. And then we do this. And then it just simply connects. You fly off to the side. There, it looks like that's what we get. This can be copied. This can be copied. Heck yeah. Oh, this too. Score 1 for consistency. Heck yeah. In fact, that could be replicated across the other gatehouses too. Like this screen, this literally the only screen that's different is this one and this one. Well, actually, when I flip vertically, that's going to change as well. But there we go. We have our northeast gatehouse now. complete with warps and whatnot. Dance of Remembrance. Okay. I've heard of DOR, but I guess I never knew what the actual acronym was for. Ooh, my browser was still zoomed in. The hybrid version takes a lot of inspiration from Minish Cap. It's a bit of a complicated set. I see. I see. Okay. So, this is when things get complicated. The entrance screens do not change. The only thing that'll change here is now you flip. That's going to be different. That's going to be different. This is going to be the same. This, well, no, it won't be the same. It'll be flipped. Same with this. I'll still act like, you know what? Maybe I will like perfectly replicate this still. How it would be even if there wasn't a double entrance. And just figure that out later on. Because like this is this, just it's gonna flip. So I still. Whoa, wait, what? Oh, I got myself confused with this bit. That needs to be that. So flip it. There needs to be a way that you can flip screens. That would be awesome. Imagine being able to do this just seamlessly. Like with a click of a button. Like copy, paste, and then flip. That would be nice. Maybe I'll make a feature request for that. Okay. Although with regions, the Z3 perspective mountains doing aren't going to take 90% of the screen real estate. Oh, that is true. Yeah. That's something I've learned about regions is that it actually saves you some screen, which, you know, for good or for bad, I've seen it both ways. Or I should say I've experienced it both ways. Wait, so this one meets that wall and then just immediately has a knot. And then this one goes one below that on the bottom side of that knot. Okay, I'm just going to step away for a second. I'll be right back. I'm back. Being done 2.55. I mean, that sounds like that's what happened to me. This quest started in 2.55. Hmm. This technically needs to move down one. But yeah, moving from 2.55 to 3.0 is interesting. I certainly needed to fix a ton of things. Yeah, go ahead and send it to me. You can message me on Discord. Yeah, that'd be cool, especially if it's a short demo. I don't see harm in that. I don't know when I'll be able to get to it. Um, but it doesn't hurt to send it. And if I find myself with time, I can check it out. The only game I'm really playing right now is Link's Rise 2, and that's just because I started that a year ago and have yet to actually finish it. And I've been wanting to finish it as just like a loose end. Like this has been out there hanging for so long. I want it done. Yeah. 3 and then the knot. Is that correct? Whoops. Yeah. Oh, a few minutes now to take a look at it? Oh, that's fine. That's fine. If it's just a couple minutes to look at, that's fine with me. Yeah. No. That's not a problem. I guess then just post a link if my chat will let you. It might not. Okay, so there needs to be 2 exits here. Which one am I working on specifically? Southwest. Okay. So check DMs. Okay. Where? Unnamed adventure. Oh boy. Apparently it crashed last time. I don't recall that, but sure, why not? Where is? Oh, it's gonna be a zip folders, a zip file. Can I not 7-zip stuff? Oh, I can. Oh well, I didn't do that. Then an error. Cannot open file as archive. Wasn't that cute? Oh, I'm an idiot. It's a straight up quest. Well done, me. Desktop. Did you want me to open it here or in the player? I don't know if you wanted me looking at it in the editor or if you want me to just look at it from like a player perspective. Player? Okay, that's makes sense. Makes sense. Put you back there. Let's load you. Okay. Stop. Oh no. Ooh, immediately a region. Ooh, I like your cursor. Interesting. Huh. Ouch. And you do drown. Okay. I like it immediately being a region. Oh, interesting collision on there. That top right corner could probably be removed. Whoops. Huh. I sped up right into the thing. This is feeling a little like Wind Waker, not Wind Waker. Four Swords to me. Oof, I'm getting wrecked. Ooh. So I have a script that when you're underneath something, it draws a circle of transparency above you. Would you be interested in something like that? Because in this kind of scenario you enter, now granted you're entering from below, so intuitively I knew where I was, but it's like I don't know where I am right now. So having like that circle of transparency could look kind of neat there. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I press start. Is that not start? There you go. Yeah, fully leveraging regions. I like it. Well, that was a very productive endeavor. Well, score one for symmetry. Oh, so these are trigger shutters. Okay. I'm using scripts and Emily's been trying to push me to um using those. One problem I have with using trigger based shutters solely is um I have shutters that are based on screen Ds. I utilize scripts a lot. Um Obviously that would be I believe impossible because I don't think there's any access to screen Ds from within uh you know like the editor. It's only via scripts. So I don't know how that would work. Hmm. Well, mm. I also have a well, okay, no. I'm getting that message on keys every time, which I don't have that happening in my quest. Hmm. Super bats. Oh no. I am at half health. Oh god. Alright. Oh, they have Z access. Oh no. Look at that. Basic sword. I am basic. Ooh. Sword doesn't pick up items. Interesting idea. I don't know if I've seen that before. Oh, that's some black stuff up there. Oh no. Alright. Definitely the limits of what you've done. I like what I see though. This seems cool. Oops. God dang it. I also see you have drowning, basically falling in pits, puts you where you fell. I recently turned that on in Terra Necromancy. What's going on around here? That's cool. I like it. That looks cool. I need to do you. Wait, how does this work? Yeah, that's from inside. Okay. Okay. I had myself turned around. Whole lot of nothing. Know that feeling. So that comes in from the dungeon. Yeah, so I did that. Um Oh, so the second entrance has to be on this side of things. Okay. Hmm. So it would make sense. That were the left one. Yeah, that would check out. Yeah. I only have 2 scripts in the project. The string that pops up when you step on the save point, and the boss music for the boss is scripted. Oh, I didn't even have that on. Everything else is an engine. Ah, cool. Coolio. So I think what I'll do. These gatehouses are gonna change because now there's gonna be, I think, this. You want to keep the project on the lean side when it comes to scripting. I mean, and with 3.0 that gets substantially easier than before. There's so much you could do in engine. So I don't blame you for wanting to stick to engine because you technically don't need engine. or sorry, stick to engine. You don't need scripts for most things. Um it is funny though how there are some small things like compass beep that somehow isn't scripted. Or man, my mind is not in a good spot. Somehow isn't engine. Like there's some small quality of life things that I don't know how you're gonna do without scripts that are just quality of life, like compass beep. Anyway, So this will be the left one. Oh, it's trigger based. Oh, you can do it with triggers, can't you? Because triggers can react to items and whatnot. Oh. I didn't even think about that. Holy crap. You can do that. I know exactly how you would do that. Wow. It wasn't until I realized, like, I remembered that, hang on, there's like, Emily overhauled the triggers stuff and what you can, what, how you can have things be triggered. Oof, I'm not even paying attention. 2033. Oh, it is going to be the same screen, isn't it? All right. So opening wipe, opening wipe. So this is going to be southwest. So 117. That's fine. $19.33. Used to use duplicate screens for its gimmick. Have eliminated the duplicate screens. Nice. Nice. Yeah, that quest looked really interesting, especially if you're gonna try to do stuff with like just engine. I'm really interested in that, especially since I've been become a dev. It's really cool to play quests now with that knowledge, so you could like sort of get an idea of how stuff is done. And if your quest is gonna be so like not solely engine, but like as engine as possible, it's probably gonna blow my mind at some point. It's like, wow, wait, you're able to do that with engine? So yeah. Did I do this? I did do this. Okay. So I kind of like this setup here. You hit the switch to unlock the way outside, but not to get in here. So you'll be able to have a direct path between these two gatehouses, at least initially. Um, yeah. Though I am thinking. I think I do want this to be blocked. At least initially. Which is actually going to require me to draw this a little custom here. Oops. Okay, so you need to be separated. I don't know what I was thinking with that. Oh no. have a VS Code set up on your system, I might be able to dabble with ghosts. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of scripts. I've got a lot of scripts. This was actually a boss I was just looking at today that was kind of screwed up. I still have some stuff to look at. But personally, I'm not one who's avoiding scripts. I actually very much enjoy scripts. Like I have, I was actually just going through reports on like, a lot of my scripts are really old, so I'm like seeing what scripts I even need anymore. Yeah, like there's a shop I have originally created by Tablet, but enhanced. And then I made a lot of derivatives off of other scripts. NPCs here, these are all my NPCs. So like an FFC that is an NPC that does various things, and so on and so forth. We got quite a bit there. Hey, that dude, what in the world has my algorithm given me? I would say this is in between ROM hack creation or something different, because I'm not ROM hacking. This is all the classic. It's basically, I always like to think of it as like Mario Maker, but for classic Zelda games. That's basically what I'm doing right now. Whoops, I'm typing in code right now. Wish I could clean that up a little bit better, but I guess I'm gonna just sort of toss this here. But yeah, so if you have any questions, Dad Dude, take a look and you could ask the chat or take a look at the description. All links there if this kind of stuff interests you. There you are. Ooh, that looks really nice. You're also a Linux user. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that could make things a little complicated. Insert blank combos at your current cursor's position. Oh, I can't do that. I cannot do that. That would cause issues. So I don't anything that has to do with inserting or removing combos like outright, I don't do that. Bad things happen when I do that. So yeah. Okay. So this could still be straight up copied and pasted. Lucky me. The only difference is this guy's going to have to flip. Yes, I do. Not only that, but that also broke stuff in my quest, I thought. No, I guess it didn't. It was just in scripts. Yes, I have scripts that look for combos. And unfortunately, I didn't really know what I was doing when I started this quest. So, it would take me quite a while to actually see, or to like actually fix that. Unfortunately. I'm like losing my mind here. Okay. There comes a point at night when I work on this that I start to lose my mind, and I feel like we are to some degree approaching that threshold. I don't know why it's like hard for me to rationalize what I'm trying to do here. So this needs to be like this. Yeah, I don't know why that was hard for me to rationalize. That was a piece of cake. We'll know if I did it right. Well, somewhat. Like, why can't I just hit H to flip? Emily, make it so I could hit H to flip, please. That would be much appreciated. Alright, so this is literally just turning the room. All right, so what did I do to this screen? Oops. Okay, so this just simply does that. Maybe someday I'll like actually clean up my scripts to where I can just straight up add combos. That would certainly make my life easier. 100%. We need to know what combos to flip to, and it'd be stupid complicated. Oh man, really? Dang, that's too bad. Oh, by the way, Sephiroth, all of my scripts are open source. There's a link to my GitHub in the description if you were interested in any scripts. It's all there. And that honestly goes for everyone. I don't know what screen this goes to. Fair enough. Fair enough. So I did A. Oh no. B and C. Ew. Why'd I do it that way? So this is B and this is C. This is screen 37. Okay. That's also incorrect. I think you'd be B. Wait, what? Oh no. What? No. Yeah, this is correct. It was correct. God dang it. The right idea, the wrong screen. Okay. A still has to be there. You could select the warp return square in a... Huh? What are you saying? I didn't need to do side warp B. Oh. Well, that could technically be A. Oh, I think you're behind a tiny bit. Maybe? I'm curious what you mean. So that's B, C, B, C. Check the other screen. Unfortunately, with stream delay, I don't know which screen you're talking about. I'm going to assume this one. Inside. Okay. I don't know how delayed it is. Should only be a few seconds, so. What's up here? Like here. I did add sideward beep to one of them, but then I removed it because I realized I was putting both on one screen on accident. Yeah, I fixed that. Southeast. Yeah. Thanks for looking out. It should be that one. 118. Okay, so let's check this here. So well, a wait. Well, okay, I'm getting myself confused. This didn't seem right. So this one should take me to the right one. Yeah. Okay, no, that was correct. Take warp return B. Okay, no, that's correct. So now we do this. Okay. Looks correct. All right. Sounds good. Okay, so those warps are all set up. I think I did I test these warps? I think I did. I believe I did. Okay. So that looks good. I think that's all of them, right? I may not have done the side warps. No, I definitely didn't do the side warps. Okay, so you connect to what? You would connect to the library. Yes. And then you're the chapel. Chapel. Library. All right. I think we're all good here. Yeah. Looks good. Looks good. So now what's really cool is like I was saying, you're like really early in the quest. Um you haven't even been in level 4 yet. And then you come across this being open. And I can have it close at any point. Mhm. I like the idea that you can dip in here really early. Apparently I didn't do that. Ah, I see. Yeah, so this is all our region. funny. The whole reason this screen's like this is not even necessary anymore. Right. Yeah, I'm not even doing that anymore. Hmm. Oh well. Uh-oh. That's not right. I believe I went out this one, right? Chapel is the left-facing one, so that'd be this one. So apparently I did that 3 up. And that's 4 up. So are these all just wrong? They're all just wrong. Okay. Obviously, I'm going to modify them here. So which side of it was wrong? Or like, well. Okay, so I need to move that down. So you need to go down. I'm honestly tempted to just do it like this. Oh my god. So annoying. Every freaking time, man. Apparently I didn't finish this. I didn't finish you either. Something screwy. I swore I did. Alright. See how this looks. Now you're in the chapel. I wonder, am I able to? No, yeah, this is a different part of the dungeon. Also, it just says northwest. Oh, you're east tower. Northeast gate. If I do it like that. Actually, how do I want to do this? Do I want to do castle interior as gatehouse and then see how this looks? Hmm. All right, I'm okay with that. I think that looks good. Okay. So I'd say that's good there. Um so realistically when it comes to level 9, I need to do these towers. And then probably just start making sure that what I've set up here actually works for the dungeon. I didn't do these staircases. Ooh. I don't think I did. Or maybe they're up here. Oh no, I did. Okay. Nothing's hooked up yet. But it's all there. The stuff's there for it. Yeah, okay. So I'm actually considering calling it here. I'm really tired. But yeah, this is level 9 so far. It certainly is really coming along. I'm proud of how it is right now. I think it looks really good. Yeah. Still gonna be quite a lot of work. Also, will this box like go all the way up? Interesting. Because like this glowing box was like going off the thing. It was like bugging out. But yeah, I will do those towers. Since I don't anticipate I'll be streaming this again anytime soon. I'll be working on those towers. And then working on the layout, like play testing it, seeing how the layout works. Yeah. Then go from there. Because this is the last major thing, or the last big thing of this demo. Just to show like the plan. This is demo 6 here. And level 9 is the last huge thing. I mean, yeah, there's 2 dungeons here. I'm not worried about spoilers because I've already like spoilers is a given here. Forbidden Spire is actually gonna be pretty easy to do, given that that's gonna be the dungeon for my mini quest. So I'm basically going to be just going off of that. So the base like layout and such is already somewhat established. I'm definitely gonna change it. Because that dungeon, like you could tell I was an amateur at the time. But at least the base like structure, the main inspiration is done. I just need to make some modifications. Suma's Catacombs, that's gonna take a good bit of work. That's gonna involve a lot of caves, and then the dungeon itself. I have a good idea what it's going to be. Let's just say I'm gonna take some inspiration from the Catacombs of Karthus in Dark Souls 3. That kind of aesthetic, that kind of feel is gonna be kind of what I'm gonna go for. So yeah. I hope all of you enjoyed getting a little bit taste of my dev. This is where the quest is. Demo 6 is getting close. I'm definitely on the last like 10% of the demo. And then yeah, I hope to have this out no later than like February, March. I think March's been my ballpark, my goal. So we'll see. Sephiroth, thanks for hopping on. Yeah, and thank you everyone else that also hopped on. Have a good evening.